All right, so here is another update for you here this evening on social media platforms. And it looks like that little thunderstorm that's over near Henrietta is kind of perking up just a bit. Looks like some of the hailstones might be increasing in size some. If you stop this here, most of the hail between Henrietta and Jolly probably going to be in the nickel and dime size, but some of those hailstones may get up maybe as large as quarters there in Henrietta here pretty soon. That's some pretty good returns. And the area that I'm looking at for hail would be, any of these little magentas, but especially that little kind of silverish color there. That's radar estimating that there are some decent hail stones in this storm. I can look at what's called the hail button, and this is going to be radar just kind of estimating what the hail size might be. Now it's putting the warning on. Let's take the warning off. It's the pixel query thingy is, but. We're going to look and see if we look at some of the estimated hail sizes in the storm, like I say, up to the size of nickels and quarters and dimes. So not just huge hail, but certainly is enough to maybe present some issues with smaller hail. I don't think it's damaging hail. In addition to that, heavy rainfall could create some ponding of the water on roadways there too. And again, this is moving into Henrietta now. Main concern moving over the town, hail and heavy rainfall, and maybe some gusty winds. I can look at the winds in the storm here, and you don't, of course, you're not looking at any sustained rotation or anything like that, but you do see some wind there, and nothing that looks too strong to me at this time. You can almost probably see where the updraft maybe is, maybe kind of right in that area there. But some hailstones increasing in Henrietta. Again, could be up to the size of quarters as it makes its way through there. It's moving slowly. Still seeing some heavy rain and smaller hail down towards Blue Grove. This is going to kind of pivot to the north and kind of develop northward there through the northern parts of Clay County. So if you live north of Henrietta, maybe up towards Petrolia, maybe Charlie, could be some storms there. I thought some of these storms may try to build into Wichita Falls. I can't rule that out, but I think the heaviest, at least for now with this storm, stays a hair to the east of us, but of course we'll keep an eye on it, make sure it don't do anything that we're not expecting it to do. But as of right now, this does not look like a major storm, but there will be some hail there moving over Henrietta shortly, and from there to kind of go over the northern parts of Clay County, which will be mostly the rural parts of Clay County. Quickly look if there's any questions here. No, nothing damaging coming to Nocona. No issues there, Chad and Quanah. Yeah, well, I'm on right now. Talking about Clay County, and but it's not real bad over there. Somebody's saying, why aren't you on for Clay County now? Well, I mean, I come on and come off. It's not a situation where we really need to be on, nonstop. We've had a lot of storms this week we've covered, and with these storms, of course, we're still going to cover them. And if it were something that were really bad, we'd stay on nonstop. But it's not really bad. But I'll tell you what I'll do. I will make a deal with you, and I will stay on until the storm kind of the worst part of it kind of moves through Henrietta. So if you do have a question, you want me to help to kind of maybe ease some of your concerns, I'll be here to do so. But again, this is not a tornadic situation. As a matter of fact, I don't even really see there's probably some gusty winds there near Henrietta. You can see the updraft. I can see the updraft in the storm here. You can see it. It's right there, a little rain-free area. And the updraft does spin a little bit, but that's way up high in the atmosphere. There's no spin coming down below the Earth's surface or down to the Earth's surface with this. So we are tracking this little thunderstorm as it moves over Henrietta, maybe some gusty winds, but I think the biggest concerns remain hail, and the latest updates on radar do continue to show mostly small hail, dime to nickel size from Henrietta to Jolly and moving north. Looks like the hail core is about to pass right over 287 and is moving right over Henrietta now. And since it's not moving very quickly, it could hail for a few minutes there, and maybe some downpours too that could result in some flooding. Now we go back off to the northwest and we look into Wichita Falls, and there's some showers here kind of brushing the eastern side of town and maybe kind of up towards the eastern side of the Sheppard Air Force Base. But it doesn't look like those are going to mature into too much. It does look like some of these heavier storms could kind of develop up towards Petrolia and Charlie maybe. So we'll keep an eye on that. But the main concern, again, would be hail, even if it does so up that way. So if you got any reports, you can tell them to me. Somebody wants to know about what's down in Jacksboro, so let's look down there in Jacksboro. So there is a severe thunderstorm warning down here too, and much like the storm up there in Henrietta, this one's very similar. It's passing through with downpours and small hailstones, maybe some gusty winds. We can look and see if there's any strong winds there in it. There does appear to be at least some gusty winds there moving through Jacksboro now, maybe 40, 50 miles per hour. And again, some small hail, but it doesn't look too large as of now. So that's good news. Maybe some nickel, maybe some dime-size hail. We go back north again. There's your storm there in Henrietta. Nothing up in Oklahoma. There's a few little storms out west. They're kind of developing kind of as a result of those storms producing some cooler air up that way. So some storms there. The big stuff down south has really rained itself out now. We've just kind of gotten some of our eastern counties in on this. More tornado warnings down south of San Angelo here this afternoon and this evening. Tornado warnings. There have been several big tornadoes down here today. And we can look at the wind velocities. We did have some really good rotation on it earlier. Actually, there was a little tornado there with it, but it looks like that has weakened a bit. So those are way down south, and that's not going to be an issue for us here. We're dealing with just a little bit of hail with some of these thunderstorms as they're rolling through. Nothing too major at this point in time. We're used to it. It's spring here in Texoma. We're used to every storm that develops to produce a little ice. That's just the way it is here. Should be moving through Henrietta now. Should be passing right along 287. Should be into Jolly. Some showers there into Dean. And we'll see these little hail stones perhaps increase up north of Henrietta and towards Petrolia. And then from there, I would expect perhaps, if it can hold together, maybe 8:30 could be up here towards Waurika with maybe some little small hailstones there too, maybe kind of south of Duncan. But overall, that storm, at least from a structure standpoint, is not all that impressive. Mostly just some hail there. And again, dime to nickels is probably what we're looking at, maybe some quarters. Traveling to DFW now, concerns on 287 going south. Well, Eric, I'm not sure where you're traveling from, but if you're traveling from the Wichita Falls to Dallas area, you're definitely going to encounter these thunderstorms along 287 there from about Jolly to about Henrietta. From there, you're traveling down, so you will be dealing with some of these showers there. The heaviest, of course, would be from about Jolly to Henrietta. And then you'll continue to probably deal with some of these showers and downpours all the way down into Bellevue. After that, you might get out of it, but then you got these storms that are coming out of Jack County, and you might intercept them again once you get down towards Decatur. So I'm just going to say off and on thunderstorms if you're traveling from Wichita Falls to Decatur, heaviest of which we go through leaving the city. And you're going to drive through quite a bit of rain the whole way to Henrietta. It's going to be raining and hailing. Most of it's small. And, you probably encounter a lot of rain all the way even down to Bellevue. Then, like I say, a little break, and then you probably get some more action down towards Decatur as those storms come out of Jack County. Looks like some of that little hail is over Jacksboro now. Heavy rain, a little hail up towards Markley. These storms are going to move kind of eastward. They could build into Montague County as they try to develop eastward. So Bowie, you could see something out of these. Nothing major, though. You're welcome, Erica Lynn. Oh no, I'm not. I'm certainly not anything. Covering these storms here. No issues at all. So thank you for the report there, Chelsea. Pea-Size Hill and Henrietta. Arlington. Let me see, Ari. Let me see, Ari. Let me see. Down to Arlington area, there's no storms right now, but there are storms west of there, and if they can hold together, they're not moving very fast. Maybe 9 o'clock in Arlington, maybe 8:30, 9 o'clock, maybe. So, could be some downpours there into the parts of the Metroplex here. There's our storm, heavy rain and pea-size hail over Henrietta, up towards Jolly, moving northward. Inspect the winds. The winds are remaining the same. Nothing to get concerned about there. Same as down in Jacksboro. These storms are exactly the same as they were. Nothing out of the ordinary here happening with them. We'll develop up towards Petrolia here soon. Should be through Henrietta pretty soon. The hail should be about to end there, and this should jump in the next couple of scans here from the radar north of 287. I don't think we're going to get anything here. Maybe a shower, but I think it's going to be east of us. So, yeah, these will go away once the sun sets. No long night tonight. There'll be storms around tomorrow, to tomorrow night, but I think it's going to be mostly heavy rain, and I don't think there'll be a lot of tornadic, or I don't think there'll be a lot of severe weather activity with that. Some new showers are developing on the outflow boundary there from those storms, kind of north of Burkburnett there in the southern parts of Cotton County, and developing towards Petrolia, still looking at those storms jumping up that way. Waurika again, you know, maybe 8:15, maybe about 8:15, there could be some of these storms moving up towards you. Yeah, it still looks like mostly dime to maybe nickel-sized hail with this storm area. It looks like the hail is continuing there in Jolly, but it's about to jump north of there soon. Little hail in Henrietta, but that should be ending there soon too. Little downpour down 287, and that should you know, kind of continue. If it's not moving very quickly, we could see some ponding there on the water of the roadways. You know, Chelsea, it's not moving very fast, but I would expect, just looking at radar, you know, it's not moving very quickly. The hail threat should be ending shortly. I would think the heavy rain there would end pretty quick too. You know, maybe another, let's say 15 minutes, 10, 15, 20 minutes at the most. Then it should move out. As a matter of fact, you're probably getting out of the heaviest rain now, and you'll see maybe it's a lingering shower, so maybe 10 more minutes or so. Yeah, it's that strong storm there, Shelley. But it's nothing major. It's nothing tornadic, and there's nothing, you know, strong wind-wise with it. So, no, it's not going to go around KS. No storms in KMA. Sorry, I can't move it west there, Delma. I can probably get my Wichita Falls tower cam. I think I'm looking the wrong direction though. Give me a second to pull up that. Looks like we got some raindrops falling there from our Wichita Falls tower cam at the moment. You can see the darkening sky, so you probably do have some thunderstorms. I think that's still, most of us is just east of us in the city. I think that we're going to be spared the heaviest. But there will be, like I say, over there in the Clay County, that's where it's at now. So. All right, so I'm going to move this around a little bit. We're going to look back east. So there's the storm that's over there along 287. That would be near the Jolly area. There's the back side of it. And, you know, I know it looks like a scary cloud there, but that, you know, that's not a wall cloud, by the way. That's it just looks kind of like a bit of a shelf cloud there, kind of the outer side of the thunderstorm. Nothing major there. Sometimes that can produce some gusty winds. I would think that the way it looks, it probably is producing some wind gust. Pretty good little lightning strikes showing up there. But you can see the heavy rain falling there just east of the city. Really heavy rain. I mean, some good lightning, heavy thunder. That's kind of the back side over towards, you know, probably kind of north of 287. There's your Love's truck stop. And it looks like we still got some rain, and probably where you see the darker colors is where that little hail is probably falling here. So, yeah, let's look at the radar again. It's a good shot though from our tower cam. The radar is going to probably you know, tell us what's going on there. It looks like the warning is now no longer includes Henrietta. Warning is for now Jolly and just south of Petrolia. Now, it looks like a thunderstorm has developed over Wichita Falls now. So that's probably kind of a thunderstorm, you know, probably a little leftover thunderstorm boundary there that's been able to pop a thunderstorm off over the eastern side of Wichita Falls. So downpour is increasing now from the eastern side of Wichita Falls into the Shepherd Air Force Base, the municipal airport, and we'll see if that can back build up towards Burkburnett. I don't know that that's going to happen, but you are seeing a little bit of a downpour there. No hail at that yet. But you know, there are some downpours there, basically kind of over the eastern side of downtown Wichita Falls, and then that's going to kind of head up towards Oh, the southern side of the Shepherd Air Force Base. There's your stronger storm over here into Clay County there. Looks like the hail threat has now ended in Henrietta. Rain should end in Henrietta soon. So if you're waiting to, for the rain to stop, but unfortunately, as you know, that when they're playing ball games, they don't let the athletes go back out on the field until the lightning is stopped. And if you look, here's a lot of lightning with that too. And it's going to pop for a while. So it could be a few minutes, at least 30 minutes or more before you get back to playing ball again. I know whenever I was a kid playing ball, this is before turf fields, and it would rain heavily and your game would be over with. But these days it just rains hard and they just let the lightning stop and they start playing again because of all the turf fields. Man, I wish I'd had that when I was a kid. Looking at the winds in the storm, I still see nothing as far as strong wind gusts there. Lifting up north. So the worst of the weather is now out of Henrietta. It's now out of Jolly. Let's look back at our tower cam. And it's kind of developing northward there some. Right now, the stuff that's over Wichita Falls is not severe. This is probably that little shower that has popped up. You can kind of see it. If we use some perspective here, let me widen this a little bit. So there's downtown Wichita Falls, and there are the developing thunderstorms just east of us there, and that's that area storm. So that's away from the downtown area. But we could see some of these. You can almost see where there's some attempts of new updraft bases in there some. So you could wind up still seeing maybe some rain starting to try to increase kind of over in here a bit, just east of the downtown. There is the downtown, there's your flyover, there's United Regional. So maybe over in here there could be a little rain beginning to show up. You probably got some type of outflow in this area too, I'd imagine. There is some pretty heavy rain with that, still some small hail with it. And there's your backside of the storm. Cameron likes it. Kind of hard to see the very, very backside because there's the pole is in the way there, but that's just kind of how it goes. It should pop out here in a minute. We'll be able to see what it looks like on the backside. Some good lightning. How much hail do you have, Rachel, in Henrietta? Yeah, it should be about over with in Henrietta now, by the way. Justin, I don't know. I think there could be at least a little something that could develop up your way, but I don't think the worst of it, at least looking at radar right now, is going to be over you. I think it's going to be south of you. I think. You do have some storms developing north of you, and there are some decent radar returns now showing up. So you're probably about to see some rain develop there, maybe a quick shower, maybe even a thunderstorm try to increase there. So there could be some, but I don't know. I don't think it'll be super heavy. All right, so the storms have now pushed out of Henrietta, where the rain's about completely over there. The rain is about over with. If it isn't already over, it's probably almost over in Jolly. A little shower over the northeast side of Wichita Falls, the Shepherd Air Force Base. They're probably going to wind down pretty quickly. But I would think that this storm would continue to move north, kind of up into this area here. We continue to see some development kind of over in this area on the back side of it too, kind of Burke and Thornberry, Charlie, and then maybe even up here into Cotton and Clay County. Not a big severe threat with this, but maybe some hail. Most of it's small. Could be a little bit larger from time to time. Looking at the velocities and winds on it, I do not see any rotation in it. I really don't even see signs of strong winds in it either, so that's good. Down towards Jacksboro, you've got heavy rain and some hail moving over you now, and that storm is moving east. There's certainly not anything to be too concerned about with that particular storm. I know that every time it gets pretty gusty and pretty stormy down that way, our friends down there in Jack County get a little nervous with all the bad weather they've had over the last couple of years. But this is not a bad storm as far as that goes. There are some signs of some, maybe some gusty winds there east of Jacksboro, but nothing major. I think, just like up to the north, the main thing here is going to be, it's just going to be a little bit of hail. Yeah, that's just all it's going to be, a little bit of hail. And it looks like a new severe thunderstorm warning has just popped. And it also includes the southwestern parts of Montague County. So Bowie down to Jackson. And again, here you got hail threats that are moving up into this area here too. So Bowie, you could get some hail here from this storm here pretty soon. Storm in Clay County continues to show signs of mostly small hail up north of now 287. So these storms continue to kind of behave a bit. In Jacksboro, just some downpours. So next up will be Bowie, maybe a little hail heading into southern parts of Montague County. I'll keep an eye on it, and I'll pop back on if